everybody, my name is Chris Tripolino, and I'm one of the instructors on Mars, Urban Ventures Music Academy and Recording Studio. And today I want to share with you a tool that has defined popular music for the last 1,000 years. It's called the major scale. And I don't want to just teach this to you because it's good for you, like something that you're supposed to want but don't really like or won't need, like turnips or writing in cursive. This is something that I love to teach because the major scale is like the key that unlocks the language of music. And that's what you need if you want to express yourself. And that's why I'm really here, so that you have the tools that you need to express yourself. So what is it, this major scale? Well, it's just a pattern of notes, and you've heard it before. It sounds like this. Okay, so those 8 notes make up your major scale. And really it's just 7 notes because you have a C on the bottom, C on the top. So however you want to talk about it. But you can do that with those 8 notes or add another 8 notes, an octave on top of it. Okay? You can do it with one hand, you can do it with the other hand, ascending or descending, coming down. You can do hands together. And there are actually 12 different scales, okay? But what they have in common is the space in between those notes. And what I mean is this. If you play another instrument like guitar, you might have learned shapes that you play in where you can just have the same fingering and then move it up the fretboard. Same fingering, different major scale. Well, it's a little bit different with piano because of the arrangement of the keys. And so what you can see here is between the keys, there will always be the same distance for our major scale. So in our C major scale, you can see C to D, there's a note in between. That means that this is a whole step, okay? And for notes where there's no note in between, that distance is called a half step. So you have whole step, and then D to E, another whole step, but E to F, just a half step, because there's no note in between, okay? So the pattern for a major scale is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay, so you can see that here. Whole, 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 half. Sorry. Whole, 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 and then half to get to that last note. So that pattern is the same in all of the 12 major scales. So you could jump up to something like your G major scale. Whole, whole, and then half. You see that? There's no key in between there. And then you have your whole, 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 half. You see how that worked with that last one? So a whole step here and a half step there. It's the same for all of your major scales. Now, if you're just getting started with these major scales, I would just focus on that first one I showed you, the C major scale. Find your C, and then play 1, 2, 3, thumb, index, middle, and then cross under quick with your thumb, and play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's exactly the opposite with your left hand. So you start on 5 with your C, you group of 2, go down to find your C. Okay, so you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 3, 2, 1. So that's exactly how your right hand would come down. Your right hand goes down like your left hand goes up, and your left hand goes down like your right hand comes up. So that's just a start on the major scale. If you don't have a piano at home to practice on, that's okay. You can find some online pianos if you search for them where you could hear the notes by clicking on the keyboard that's there. But I would also say if you can just practice these fingerings on a table, that's a great way to get started and get your fingers learning what it is to feel those patterns. So playing 1, 2, 3, cross under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That kind of exercise, that'll actually get you a long ways, even without a piano in front of you. So the next time you are sitting in front of a piano, you can test that out, and you have that memory, I guess, of what it feels like to finger those notes. So the major scale is like the foundation for melodies, for chords, for keys and modes, other things that we would talk about as you progress in your understanding of music. And so keep watching for more videos from Urban Ventures, from us at Mars, and keep expressing yourself. Thanks.